All right. Let's do this. Welcome in. Just gathering everything right now. You know, Dolphins lose. It's over. Tua ends it with a fucking interception. Brutal. Just. God, I want to cuss so much on this one. I really do. I'm going to try not to because I don't want to just be a complete foul-mouthed pig. But, man, I'm pissed. Oh, my fucking God. Just. You had him. You had him. Yeah, you had him. A 95-yard punt return touchdown. Defense played their balls off. I mean, they really did. Look, I'm going to go to the first headline first because I think it's what everybody really wants to hear. Yeah, Tua, man. Like, I don't know. You guys, I think know if you consume me, there's going to be plenty of trolls who are going to be like, told you, Tobin, Tua sucks. And good for you. But, yeah, I'm bummed with him. You know, like this guy had the chance to take this home for his team. His defense is falling apart. You know, they had a good first half. They dictated it with the run game. You get up. Your defense continues to just come with big play after big play. And you put forth that wet fart effort, Tua. I mean, it's brutal, man. It was like the first thing that came out of my mouth when they get the ball back. Defense makes that incredible stand on fourth down. The Bills, like a bunch of jerks, instead of taking the 55-yard field goal, they're like, nope, we're going to go for it. We're going to give the Dolphins a chance to tie. We dare Tua to beat us. And he couldn't. He couldn't come close. You know, that dude and that offense was a ghost in the second half. It basically was the Bills having the ball the entire second half. And, yeah, it's embarrassing. It was an embarrassing effort by the Dolphins offense today, especially in the second half. It was non-existent. And your quarterback, I said coming into this game, kind of jokingly, but kind of not, that this was like a legacy game for Tua. It was. And I got laughed at by Leroy because he's like, you can't have a legacy game in year 4, but you absolutely can. And I know a lot of people have already been faith shaken by him because the primetime games, the big time games, he just doesn't light it up, especially getting touchdowns the way he has in putting up other games against stinker teams. I guess all those criticisms are fair now, man. You can't have a game like you just had from Josh Allen, who just continues to be your father and, you know, hold a baby porpoise in his baby Bjorn, where Josh Allen is like literally trying to give you the game. You know, like it goes down and just keeps giving you turnover after turnover after turnover. Please take this game, Miami Dolphins. They're begging the Dolphins. Take the game at home with all of our, you know, red-faced fans here who are doused in buffalo sauce and lighter fluid from jumping through tables. And Dolphins, take the game. I'm giving it to you. Josh Allen is sitting here with Tua with a late Tua. You love Christmas. He's sitting here with a late Secret Santa for you. Tua, take the game. Tua said no thanks. No thanks, dude. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. And just 17 of 27 for 173 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Obviously, one huge one to end the game. Had that first one on the first drive, which, wasn't super consequential. I mean, Josh Allen came back and he threw it right back to the Miami Dolphins, but still, just brutal for the Miami Dolphins to lose this game. Dolphins were 4 of 10 today on third down. Just complete gut punch. Not a surprising gut punch. I know Dolphin fans, there's going to be smart Dolphin fans and be like, warned you. There are a lot of Dolphin fans who were tuning in today to the pregame show, and they're like, Tobin, you sound like a cocky dum-dum. Please don't do this. You know that the pain is coming. And I wanted to believe, that this was going to be different, that this team would be different, and that they would come through, and they did not. And I think, to be honest with you, the thing that has bummed me out the most about the Miami Dolphins is, I have not watched these games and have felt like the Dolphins have been outgunned talent-wise. Josh Allen, obviously, he did some superhuman stuff today with the runs for first down and, carrying his team like that and, things that are just moose stuff that a moose is going to do. But the thing that's really just I've found very frustrating about this Dolphins team, and this isn't just a Tua thing. This is a Mike McDaniel thing, quite frankly. I mean, honestly, the three faces of this franchise today really feel like they blew it for the Dolphins. And I know Tyreek Hill is playing banged up, so I will give him a semi-pass because he's amazing. But, he had some killer drops today. Even on the pass interference, it's in his hands and could get more yards. I get that the clock stops, but Tyreek Hill was just not as reliable after coming back from injury. Mike McDaniel, I don't know what, this guy just, it just seems like when you dust off the cuteness, I really do feel like the guy seems like he doesn't know where to go. It always feels like he's counterpunching. It never feels like he's got the A punch to go with the team. And I just, you watch the team out of the first half and you're just like, well, what are you doing, Mike? What are these plays you're calling to get going? And you spend half the time, and I get it, Devon Achane had a really good first half, but sometimes it feels like he spends 3 plays to toss it back 4 yards to try and get the team on track. I'm just like, good God, dude. And I just, I'm gutted for this defense today because all the big plays they came up with, all the big plays that they came up with from Jerome Baker to Christian Wilkins to the picks in the end zone. And, man, they deserved a better fate today, man. They deserved a better fate. That special teams where Cam Good gets hurt. Basically, the Dolphins feel like they spent a lot of time today taking out their own teammates. I think I counted 5 times that happened. Brutal, man. Yeah, the defense played well today. Obviously you're dropping like flies. You're losing Van Ginkel and you lose all of your edge rushers, and you don't have any defensive linemen to take out Wilkins and Sealer, and those guys end the game. That defense ends the game, stopping Josh Allen inches shy to get you the ball back. And you give him the ball. You throw an interception. Dude, Tua, I would steer clear of the defensive rooms for a while, dude. I really would. Tyreek too. Offensive line, who apparently didn't know any formation rules today, I would steer clear too. Mike McDaniel, I'd steer clear of Fangs. And that's the thing that's, I know that the Dolphins had that collapse, which Fangs certainly has to wear at the end of that Titans game. But the Titans game is a perfect example, This Dolphins team just felt so unready to wear the crown of success, and it's odd how that's happened 2 years in a row. Mike McDaniel can sit here and he can say, oh, well, we never lost 2 in a row, which now you have, and are probably heading towards ending this on 3 losses in a row, because I don't know who the hell has faith that they're going to go to Kansas City in 10-degree weather and win a game broken. But, you know, you get to this level of success, you yak up a commanding division lead. The Bills could have been knocked out today, could have been knocked out of the playoffs, and you allowed them to chase you down to win the division. What kind of an organizational failure is that? You know, like, and I'm doing this from the standpoint of, you talked all year about being elite. You talked about end of the year games. You talked about the games that matter. You managed the injuries throughout the entire way. You got cute with your maintenance program all year because you said these were the games that were going to matter. These are the games that we're going to be, you know, circling our calendar about. These are going to be the games that we're focused on. And dude, like, you completely wet the bed. If I swear to Christ, if anybody throws injuries in my face, quarterback was there, your top wide receiver was there. Nobody wants to hear it, dude. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. I get it. You want to know who had the injuries today? The fucking defense did. You want to know who showed the balls today? The fucking defense did. That's the facts of it. Okay? Devon Achane has filled in nicely for Raheem Mostert. You want to say you lost these games because you didn't have Jalen Waddle? Fine. I mean, if you want to take a coward's way out of an excuse, that's fine. But, you know, yeah, and it's like, you know, Tua, like, dude, I'm telling, look, Tua, if you want that extension, dude, this is the fact. Like, you better go win in Kansas City next week. Like, that's the real long and short of it. Like, the Dolphins pretty much obliterated their chance of winning the Super Bowl because, let's be real about it, dude. You think the Dolphins, this team, is going to go win in Kansas City, Baltimore, and in Buffalo to get to Las Vegas? I'm the most optimistic guy out there. Let's be real about it. So you completely urinated on the idea of being at home. But I'm telling you, like, if Tua wants to erase, I mean, any of this, he's got to go win an Arrowhead. If he doesn't, yeah, the Dolphins have a lot of questions about what they're going to do from a payment standpoint of him, because that's the big question. And look, he statistically had an awesome year. He led the league in passing, but everybody who watched the last month knows that that ain't the same guy for the first 2/3 of the month, for the first 2/3 of the season. It's not. The offense wasn't. You want to blame injuries? Cool. But, you know, Josh Allen just lost his number 2 wide receiver in there and was throwing to Tweedledee and Tweedledum as tight ends the entire time, and he was fine. Stephon Diggs, don't really remember a play he made outside of roasty toastying Eli Apple. And that's kind of, you know, and that's the thing is, like, if you're a Tua doubter, like, all these points, all these fears, or all these things that you believed already, you know, if you were one of the faithful, your ass is embarrassed today. But just overall, you know, not just you know, not just for the quarterback. The quarterback's obviously going to get the most attention, and, you know, to be in your building and to have all those yahoos come down here from Western New York and to have Josh Allen run on your field and cheer them all on and essentially, you know, get to overwrite the narrative that they did take over the building. Yeah, it's embarrassing, man. You know, that was an embarrassing performance by the offense, the quarterback, the head coach, the star receiver. Scarred Dolphin fans will say nothing new. Knew it was going to happen. Curse of Tequesta. You know, cursed franchise. No playoff wins in 23 years. Thought this year was going to be different. Most exciting offense in the league. 70 burgers on people. Deep bombs to Tyreek Hill. Remember those? That was fun. So, whatever. What a bummer. What a bummer. When Christian Wilkins took that football from Josh Allen, you know, my family, my house is asleep right now. Kids, wifey, they're enjoying their lives. They don't like sports like that, you know? My son, he just enjoys his Super Smash Bros, his jiu-jitsu classes. My wife, her reality TV. My daughter enjoys her Taylor Swift. Me, I'm the dum-dum who likes football. Talks a lot of shit on the radio, hoping it won't come back to bite him in the ass. It very much did. But when Christian Wilkins took that football, I was so fired up. I'm like, here it is, dude. Put the dagger in him. Put the dagger in him. Right here, dude. Put the dagger in that team. And Tua goes to Tyreek Hill. All right. I guess a little low. Tyreek couldn't catch it. Whatever. You think no bigs. No bigs. Then Tua, he goes to Cedric Wilson. Incomplete. There's a flag. What could this possibly be? Was there a hold? Was there something? Nope. Alec Ingold, blindside block, personal foul, 2nd and 30. 2nd and 30. And then 95-yard punt return touchdown by Hardy. Takes it to the house. Had to cart off a player who bowling balled his entire coverage. You find out Van Ginks is done for the game. Okay. Got to have a response, right? Got to have a response, right? It's 14 all. You have to have a response, right? No. Classic Achane 4-yard loss because Barrios and Teron Armstead decide to bowl into each other. And then Achane run up the middle. What? All right. And incomplete. 3 and out after a punt return touchdown. 3 and out. And then Buffalo, of course, decides, time to take this game over. Josh Allen marches him right down the field like it was nothing. And take a 21-14 lead. 7 minutes left. All right. Let's go, Tua. Airmails it to Tyreek. Tua shakes out of the pocket. 3-yard dump off to Chase Claypool. And then Tua throws a good pass to Tyreek Hill. But Tyreek Hill drops it. He throws it low, but it's right there for Tyreek to catch. Drops it. You know. Talk all this about the captains and them showing up. They did not show up today, man. Cheetah didn't show up. Tua didn't show up. Defense showed up. Wilkins showed up. Sealer showed up. What was the time of possession in this game? What did it end up being? 50-10? Like what was the 10? Ending time of possession in this game, 38-21. Oh, recipe for success, dude. Just let him have the ball 2/3 of the time. Oh, man. Well, in the words of Pedro Martinez, you know, what else can you do? Take your cap off, you know, and unfortunately call the Bills your daddy as they remain. Josh Allen. Man. It was almost like daddy was trying to let you win the fight today. And you couldn't even win that game. Ridiculous. Brutal. Kansas City next week, 10 degrees. And that's going to be the game they win. What a brutal ending to the year.